Acclaimed Toronto-based filmmaker Marnie Van Dyke's highly anticipated short film, This Is Not About Swimming, will make its world premiere at the Toronto International Film Festival this year. The short comedic drama stars CTV's The Socials, Jessica Allen, and the Beavertons' very funny Emma Hunter. So for more on all of this, we are joined by Marnie, Jessica, and Emma. Good morning, ladies. So great to have you with us.
Good morning.
Okay, first of all, let's talk about this trailer. Yes. It's hilarious. So simple. Jessica, you're a great floater. And then the screen goes black and we hear panic. So it's a comedic drama. Marnie, I want to start with you because your idea for this film kind of came up during the pandemic when the world was, you know, going to crap, and you say that your own life, that something really devastating was happening with you. So
100%.
Talk about how, you know, you use comedy to kind of and laughter to work through that grief that you were experiencing.
100%. For me, humor is healing, and laughter has always been a life raft. And you know, we all went through stuff during the pandemic and had to sort of navigate what that looked like and how to process that. And so that kind of came into this project, the idea of the weird ways in which we process grief in order to move forward in our lives and find hope again. And so that manifested in this character that Jessie plays, who decides in the wake of a tragedy that she's going to learn to swim, and her sister, played by Emma, can't possibly understand why this is a priority. And so it becomes this conflict between the two of them. But what I love is this idea that this like commitment to this small goal that might seem sort of inconsequential to the people around her, specifically her sister. The commitment to it actually has this ripple effect and helps Emma's character sort of grow and find her way of moving through her own grief, which is as a result of the same incident, but she's processing it differently.
Totally. And that ripple effect, you know, alludes to the water as well. Many ripples for you. So Jess, you play Kyle, and the tragedy is your mom passes away, and you try to tackle this physical challenge, but also deal with the emotional rawness of it all. So tell us, what was it? This is your first kind of big acting role,
It sure was. Well, is besides like grade 5, I think.
Yeah.
So that was
but she's so
a bit
great.
ago.
Yes.
So good.
Well, I think it certainly helped to have this old bag of bones who's been around the block a few times helping out, and this director. But yeah, it was terrifying to do, but felt cathartic in a way that echoing almost Kyle's journey. Like it was scary for me to do, it was scary for Kyle to do, although I am an excellent swimmer. So that was so hard to act. Oh, am I doing it right? Am I flailing enough? And then trying to show everyone how good I was.
The breaststroke, and then you do a butterfly, and you're like Michael Phelps.
And I'm like, no, she doesn't know how to swim. She doesn't know how to swim.
This is not about swimming. It's not, Jess.
For the lover. In a pool. But like,
I can't remember what the question was.
Take it down a notch. Yeah, you know, so it sounds like it was a great first kind of acting experience.
It was an incredible first acting experience, and I remember asking Emma, is every director like what she did? Like so nice, and like after a take, she'd like call me over quietly and just be like, I love what you did. You know, do it better. But just next time, let's try it this way. And I'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna try it, whatever, because I'm a people pleaser. So she asked me in this beautiful way to try something. I'd be like, I'm gonna make her proud. I'm gonna do it.
True, that was their dynamic.
And then you told me not everyone's like that.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, Emma, so I'm a huge fan of you.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know if people know all the amazing impersonations you do. And JFL, your Downton Abbey.
Oh, God.
Amazing, but so much more. This woman is hilarious.
Yes.
Okay, so Emma, you play Ang, the sister who's trying to sabotage Kyle, Jessica's plan on swimming. So what is your character like, and what does that sabotage look like in the film?
It's interesting. I think Angie's sort of coming from a place of wanting desperately to support her sister, but having absolutely no tools to do it. And I think Marnie writes the clunkiness of human dynamics better than anybody I know. Like, it's just, you know, these traumatic things happen in life, and we are given these narratives in sort of film and television that it's a nice, clean way, you say the right thing, and most family dynamics are trash. And so she loves, you know, but at the heart, she loves her sister. She just doesn't know how to there's no words, and she's annoying because they're sisters, and sisters are inherently annoying. And so it's this desperation to try to get it right and just like missing every time that I really think is the beauty of Martin's film, is just watching people fumble their way through grief, and there are so many laughs along the way. There's no other way to sort of go about it, and Martin looks at life like that, and she's an incredible writer, and she was able to do that with her directing as well. And Jessie is heartbreaking and hilarious like she is in real life. So yeah, their dynamic was just such a joy to play. Yeah, I wish there was more days.
That is awesome. So this is not about swimming. It's part of the Shortcuts program at TIFF. So when is the film actually coming out?
So we're part of Shortcuts Program 5. So the film will premiere on September 11th at 3:45, and then we have a second screening on September 15th at 9:15 p.m. So yeah, part of Shortcuts Program 5.
Oh my gosh, amazing. Okay, and any last words about this is not about, oh, actually, I just got a cue. We gotta go. I wanted to keep swimming with you ladies, but we're out of time. Look, if you want more of Marnie, Jess, and Emma, you'll go have to watch the film at TIFF. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Congratulations. It looks amazing.
Thank you so much.
A new show coming into focus on CTV. Jen's down there too. Jen.
Yes, it is. Thank you so much, Nick. We are here live in the brand new studio of Mary Berg's The Good Stuff with Mary Berg, debuting on our sister station CTV today at 10 a.m. The first episode. Mary, congratulations, first of all. This set is gorgeous.
Well, thank you. Welcome to my kitchen.
Yes.
Yes.
And it's a real kitchen because we talked about how, you know, sometimes the sinks don't turn on, the fridge isn't real, but all this is legit.
All of it is real. The sink works, the fridge is real. I've got a double oven, which I do not have at home, so it's a real luxury. Honestly, it's so nice working in this kitchen.
Yes, and you also had a say in kind of the design aesthetic. For example, one of the walls here is just like the blue wall at your home.
100%. It feels homey. That's the thing that's so great about it, is it feels very much like kind of an extension of my actual house. Obviously, my kitchen is not this big. I feel like I could do somersaults and cartwheels back here. But it feels really homey, so it feels very natural cooking in this place.
Yeah, so Mary, right now, I mean, you're very busy. You've had a very busy summer prepping for the debut of this show, which is airing Monday to Friday, every day at 10 o'clock, live studio audience as well. But you also have Mary Makes It Easy going into season 3. So tell us how this show, The Good Stuff with Mary Berg, is going to be different from what we see in, you know, the other shows that you're doing.
Totally. I mean, The Good Stuff is... It's a lifestyle show. We are going to do DIY. We're going to learn things together. We're going to get out there and have new experiences together. For instance, my mom and I went salmon fishing, which I'd never done before. I'm very good at it, apparently.
Wow.
And we're just going to talk to people from around this country. We're going to talk to celebrities, authors, just a bunch of different people. Whereas Mary Makes It Easy is just straight up cooking in my actual home kitchen. This is, there's going to be some food. I'm going to cook every day.
Okay.
But there's going to be so much more to it. And it's just going to be an hour of good feels.
Yeah, there's going to be fun, conversation, a bunch of, you know, home hacks, lifestyle hacks with real experts as well. Mary, I want to talk about your journey because I think it's so incredible. You're so young, so accomplished, and of course, you know, you made your kind of splash into the world in 2016 on MasterChef Canada, being the first female to win season 3.
Yes.
So when you look back on that journey and then to where you're sitting today with, you know, your brand new set, taking over Marilyn Dennis's old spot, and your cookbooks and, you know, the 2 shows that you've already done with cooking. I mean, what goes through you?
Honestly, I wish I could shoot myself back 10 years, 15 years, just to let myself know, even just a glimpse of how I'm feeling today. I am totally in awe of and honored that I get to work with so many amazing people on so many things that people really enjoy. I count myself so lucky that I get to make something that hopefully makes viewers' lives just a little bit better, helps them maybe get into the kitchen, helps them try something new. And with The Good Stuff, I'm so thrilled because I get to try it along with you.
Yeah.
But if I went back to that MasterChef kitchen, honestly, I forgot how to boil water pretty much every time I walked in there, and my brain would turn off. And honestly, I'm so glad it did, because then I didn't have time to think about how I was acting or who I was being. I was just myself.
Yeah.
And I think people really got to know me pretty well through MasterChef Canada. And luckily, that went well for me. I also fell in love with the world of TV and
Right.
and the actual process of making it.
Yeah, and the world of TV loves you. And I think
thank
it's
you.
kind of a perfect fit because, you know, earlier you said you didn't even really want to audition for MasterChef.
No.
And you loved cooking. You were so good at it. But, you know, cooking at a restaurant, working for like, you know, another MasterChef or someone else wasn't kind of your thing. So
No.
this is kind of like the perfect pairing. But talk about, you know, I understand that it was kind of a tragic incident when you were 4 years old that got you cooking for your entire family when you were really young.
100%. Yeah, when I was 4, my family was in a car accident and my dad passed away. And that was something, people always ask why I'm so happy. And I think it's because I've had big sad in my
Yeah.
life. And I think there's just so much room for good things. I saw when neighbors would bring laundry baskets of casseroles over for my mom to put in the freezer just so she didn't have to think about that
Right.
on top of everything else. I saw how much that meant to her. And I quickly realized how much you can convey to someone that you care about them and that you love them and that there is good in the world through these little acts. And honestly, that's something that really changed me. It's such a huge part of who I am. It's obviously sad. Obviously, I wish it hadn't have happened, but it's made me into who I am today. I have such a wonderful family. I have such a full life where I get to work with so many amazing people who are just so delightful. And we get to make something good that hopefully makes people on their bad days feel a little bit better.
Exactly. You're really sharing all of the good stuff and nothing, you know, that kind of starts with sharing a meal with someone.
100%.
Which is like the launching point of all of this. So Mary, you've got some big time celebrities coming in to kick off this first month. Give us a preview of who some of them are.
Oh gosh, well we talked to Jessica Alba, which was so cool. I mean, Never Been Kissed is one of my favorite movies, so that was very thrilling.
Oh my gosh, yeah, she played the mean girl.
Yes! Oh my gosh, one of the
Drew
movies.
Barrymore.
Yes,
Yes,
so
totally.
good. We also chatted with Tim McGraw, who was the nicest man ever.
Wow.
It was so wonderful chatting with him, hearing him be so proud of his daughter too. We got into things like that. It was wonderful. We talked to Sean Desmond, Mattea Roach from Jeopardy.
Yes.
Honestly, it's been so amazing getting to talk to people. And I think the thing that's really hitting home for me is everybody's just a normal person. Even if they've done amazing things,
Right.
they all have things that they're worried about. They all have things that they really care about. And in addition to talking to all those big names, we also talk to good kids. We talk to people around Canada who are doing good things in their communities. And that just means so much to me. I think getting to talk to people from all those walks of lives really just shows you that we're all kind of the same. We all just want a little bit of good.
Yeah, exactly. And that makes us feel less alone, which is something
Exactly.
that's so important today.
100%.
Well, Mary Berg, look, congratulations on your brand new show.
Thank you.
CTV, on the CTV app as well, 10 o'clock today. Catch her show. Mary, thank you so much. And
Thank you.
congratulations.
You're welcome in this kitchen anytime.
Yes,
Yeah.
okay. I want to eat something good.
You come
Thank
back,
you.
yeah.
Okay, Nick, we'll send it back to you.
Yeah, that looks great. I'm going to get to that kitchen as well. Good luck with the good
so
stuff,
much.
Mary.
That was
Thank you
so
very much.
We did have a special visit today.
That's right. The Terry Fox Run, of course, is coming back in 10 days' time, September 17th, for its 43rd edition. And Fred Fox, Terry's brother, joined us earlier to talk more about this year's event.
I was just spent all day yesterday in the Niagara region and meeting with volunteers and supporters and people who are cancer survivors, and you know, wearing the Terry Fox Run, the red T-shirts, and there's always a story about somebody who's been touched by cancer and the importance of cancer research. And many say that you know, their son or their mother is alive today, or they had more time with their sibling because of cancer research and what Terry did in 1980.
Yeah, nearly 4 million Canadians will take part in the run on September the 17th. Terry Fox lost his leg at the age of 18 due to cancer. He took on his Marathon of Hope 3 years later to raise funds to fight cancer, running the equivalent of a marathon every day. He was forced to stop near Thunder Bay after 143 days due to cancer spreading to his lungs. And then he died at the age of 22. The Terry Fox Run has raised $850 million in total so far for cancer research.
And Fred Fox was generous enough to leave behind a couple of these amazing T-shirts, the sort of Terry Fox Foundation and Ryan Reynolds collab. We saw John Moore wearing one this morning. We also saw, of course, Fred Fox wearing one in our studio as well. We talked to him. So we got these shirts. Obviously, we can't pull them on right now because we're in our anchor attire, as it were, but I can't wait to proudly wear this shirt. I mean, when I moved to Canada, Terry Fox was one of the first names I learned about, and I just hold Terry Fox in such high esteem. So to have this shirt and to have taken part in Terry Fox runs, throughout my life, this is amazing. So I really, really appreciate it.
It really is the Dear Terry campaign. You, of course, can go to the Terry Fox website to write your message of hope. And, just reading some of these on the back, Dear Terry, I love you, smile. I'll say that, once, and I've said it 3,000 times. Also, Dear Terry, you are my greatest hero. Dear Terry, I'm always proud of you and proud for you. I know you can do it. Our school raised a lot of money, $152. And of course, the kids will be running in the Terry Fox run a little later after September 17th.
No doubt one of the greatest Canadians. Terry Fox, indeed. The foundation continues in its 43rd year. So again, appreciate this.
Applause. I gotta mention that this is an incredible act that you're going to be hearing this weekend if you go to the Cabbagetown Festival. T. Batu. We'll talk more about that in a second, but the Cabbagetown Festival is back after a 3-year hiatus. Bigger and better than ever. It promises plenty of food, entertainment, free activities, and fun for all. Joining us for a look at what's in store is Matthew Mohan, Executive Director of the Cabbagetown BIA. Thanks for getting up early and being here.
Thank you so much for having me, Bill.
And waking us up with some really great beats. So this, you took a pause like many festivals did during the pandemic, and people are really hungry to celebrate again. Tell me a little bit about how you're coming back bigger and better than ever.
Absolutely. I mean, we are absolutely psyched for the Cabbagetown Festival to come back bigger and better than ever. Anticipation is absolutely through the roof. This community loves it. We have more than 200 vendors coming. Over 90 of those are local Cabbagetown businesses, so pretty much double the amount of businesses, the diversity in businesses, more and more entertainment than ever before. We have DJs playing music the entire time. We have all sorts of live music, stilt walkers, food galore, patios, drag shows, drag story time by Faye and Fluffy.
Oh, perfect.
So exciting.
So there's a lot going on. It's tomorrow from 11 to 8 and then 11 to 7 on Sunday?
Exactly. All this weekend, 11 to 8 and 11 to 7. Join us.
A big kickoff, and then you got a parade, I think, on the last day as well. There's a lot going on. So we're going to talk about the band in a second, but I don't mean to have my back turned to you because we get excited here on The Breakfast Show when there's food here. Thank you for coming in early this morning. Sonam Ponsang from Momogar, which is a business near Wellesley and Parliament?
That is correct.
So tell me a little bit about what you will be offering up this weekend for people who are hungry and coming by.
Of course, we have to start with the cabbage momo being in Cabbagetown. So we do have a cabbage momo with a spinach wrapper on top. We do give them a house sauce, which is the recipe. It's right on.
Turn around, because sometimes we have boards. Look at this recipe right here. snap a picture, put a pause or replay later. Okay, spin back around. Look at all these ingredients. Looks great.
So so we do have a house sauce, a cabbage momo. We just roast the cabbage and spinach wrapper. We have a chicken dumpling here. We have a laughing that's most unique to everybody in here.
What's that?
So it's a rolled starch made of all-purpose flour.
Yum.
2 days to make it. All the sauces that we do, everything from scratch, and can't wait for you guys to try it.
I can't wait to try it. Do I get to try one of these?
Of course.
Okay, I'm gonna pop this in my mouth, and then we're gonna chop a cabbage because this is tradition. All right, let's do this.
Thank you so much.
This is part of the tradition, right? To kick off the whole Cabbagetown Festival. How do we do this? Just one?
Let your heart take you.
Okay.
A little bit here.
So I feel like I should do some pronouncement. Hear ye, to promote the Cabbagetown Festival when we...
Whoa! That was a good one.
That was a pretty good.
Whoa.
We split that in two. I think that means it's going to be an incredibly successful. Were they chopping inside as well? Thank you. Am I like your new designated chopper? Maybe. I'm going to be coming down, trying all these. And like you said, there's going to be music, entertainment. There's going to be a parade. It's bigger and better than ever. Tell me a little bit about T.Batu before we allow them.
They're an amazing band. They join us all the time every year, and we're so excited to have you back.
All right.
And leading our closing parade, so you do not want to miss that at 6 p.m. on Sunday. Again, tradition.
Yes, okay. Cabbagetown Festival happening this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Have fun with it. Here we are with T.Batu. We're going to dance you to break and enjoy this. Woo!
All right, well, the Chiefs and Lions kicked it off last night. The NFL season is officially back, and to celebrate, the league is hosting huddles for football fans right here in this city.
So joining us live now in our studio is David Thompson, VP and Managing Director of NFL Canada, and also he brought with him the famed Vince Lombardi Trophy. Dave, welcome to the show.
Thanks for
Great
having
to
me
have
this morning.
you.
Appreciate it.
This is a pretty iconic, kind of once-in-a-lifetime moment to be so close to the trophy that's going home to the Super Bowl winners this year. But fans, I understand that yesterday there was a Huddle sports bar pop-up. Fans got a chance to be up close, and then on September 11th, that's their other chance. So how did the event go last night?
Yeah, the event was great last night, Jennifer. We hosted a NFL Huddle, which is our second year doing it in Toronto. We basically take over a local bar and create the ultimate fan experience and fan viewing party. Opportunity to come down and have a chance to have a photo with the Vince Lombardi Trophy, win prizes, meet players. So it really is an immersive fan experience.
David, normally in television, we're supposed to look at our guests when we conduct interviews, but I can't take my eyes off this trophy. I mean, it's gleaming, it's beautiful, and it's just been struck by Tiffany. This is the trophy that's going to be handed out at the Super Bowl this year. So can you tell us about this trophy, what goes into it, and what makes it so special year after year?
A couple of comments. One is, this is probably one of the hardest trophies to win, hardest championships to win in all of professional sports.
Yeah.
So I think that makes it
punishing,
incredibly special. It is handmade every single year by our partners at Tiffany, and is awarded at the end of the Super Bowl, as everyone sees on TV each and every year, and then it gets engraved and returned to the winning team after the fact.
And I learned something this morning, because I think yesterday when we were doing a promotion for what's going to be on the show today, I was like, oh, I can't wait to get my hands on the trophy. It's going to have the same fingerprints as Tom Brady or all the other winners of the past, without thinking, first of all, they probably wash and shine it. But there's a new trophy made each year for the winning team.
There's a new trophy handmade every single year for the Super Bowl. And the Vince Lombardi Trophy has now been given out since 1967, and originally named, and then named the Vince Lombardi Trophy in 1970 in honor of legendary coach Vince Lombardi.
Of course, yeah. I mean, his speeches were epic, of course, and legendary. David, what did you think a couple of years ago when you saw Tom Brady make that completion boat to boat as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers were celebrating their Super Bowl victory?
Nick, I think, it just demonstrates how excited all of the players are to have won the Super Bowl. I think it's the first time we've ever had a boat-to-boat completion.
Yes.
And it was great that it actually was caught by his teammate on the other boat.
Yeah.
But they have a lot of fun celebrating the win for sure.
Yeah, so it's basically several days of Huddle events at pop-up sports bars. And, aside from viewing all the NFL games, I believe the one on the 7th is Buffalo Bills versus the Jets, which is very important because a lot of Toronto fans are closest to Buffalo, so that's their favorite team, such as George Lagajanis. He loved Buffalo. But you also get a chance to meet NFL legends. So talk about some of the players who are coming out.
Yeah, at the NFL Huddle over the next 6 to 10 days, we will have a range of different legends in the house. We had last night Nate Burleson, Canadian, and 11-year NFL alumni. DeMarcus Ware is going to be there on Sunday. Recently named to the Hall of Fame. Former Dallas Cowboy. Next Thursday, we also have Chris Carter coming from the Minnesota Vikings and Hall of Famer. Nice. So it's a great opportunity for fans to get together, to watch their favorite team, to have an incredibly immersive NFL experience.
And let's talk about that, because, of course, we have the CFL in Canada, but the NFL is a huge sport. I mean, TSN carries the games. It's a massive sporting spectacle, really. What's the situation in terms of Canadian, like we talk about Canadian basketball players making waves in the NBA, but a lot of Canadians are on NFL rosters too.
Yeah, we're going into a season, Nick, right now where we actually have the most Canadians on NFL rosters than we've ever had before. Over 30 players have been signed to our teams this year. And it's great to be able to see the next generation of players inspire the young generation of players, whether you're playing flag, where you're playing high school. Names like Chuba Hubbard in Carolina, Chase Claypool in Chicago, Javon Holland in Miami. So we really have a great roster of Canadians to follow this year.
Yeah. Okay, last question for you, David. Who do you think is going to take home this trophy this year?
Fearless prediction time.
One game in, 271 to go. A bit early, I think, Jen, to make a prediction, but I think it's anyone's game right about now.
Okay. Very diplomatic. We appreciate it.
That is his job. David Thompson is the Managing Director of NFL Canada.